Let me see. Hold up. I got to get our numbers pulled up. I hope you guys updated your Success Club numbers. So I've seen some people sign some coaches. We had a lot of new coaches today. That was kind of cool.
You are in the Zoom meeting now. There are 10 participants in the meeting.
Holly, you might want to mute your line. Or whoever that was. Oh, we're recording. Hey! Welcome to Epic Empire, everybody. Thank you for taking your Wednesday night to be on our team call. I'm so excited about our guest speaker tonight because she's a rock star and she has a lot of value to add to your business. So let me go over some recognition before we get started. Get my cough out. All right. Let's see these crazy numbers. And it's almost the end of the month, so we need these people who are on the board to jump above the line and get there, Kelly, and the rest of the crew. Sorry to call you out. Denise, you're at 2 points. Jessica Morris, you're at 2 points. Ren, you're at 1 coach and 2 points. Zanetta at 2 points. Nicole Chapman at 4 points. Andrea Calloway at 1 coach and 2 points. Beth at 1 coach and 2 points. Holly at 4 points. Sherry, 1 coach, 2 points. Erin, 4 points. Denise Hubert, 3 coaches and 4 points. All right, let's see here. Stephanie Dooley, 1 coach and 4 points. And Kelly King, 2 coaches and 4 points. You guys, we're so close to the end of the month. Let's get into Success Club. Congratulations for making it on the board. Those are people that you are adding into our challenge groups. Those are people that you are beginning to change their lives. So we're super excited that you have people a part of your groups. Sorry, and they're adding to our challenge groups. All right, so the people who have made it in Success Club. Julie Robertson at 8 points. Tracy at 1 coach and 5 points. Carla, her first month in Success Club, I think first month as a coach, 1 coach and 8 points. Congratulations, Carla. Lisa, 2 coaches and 9 points. She has been rocking it since day 1. Barbara at 8 points. And then for Success Club 10, we have Kelsey King at 1 coach and 13 points. And then myself at 18 points. And then, of course, we've got crazy, crazy rock star Annette Wine. We just have an SC20 section because she's crazy. And she's at SC25 with 1 coach. So thank you, everybody, for being amazing, for adding to our challenge groups. And for all those people that you are going to be helping them with their transformation, and hopefully you will follow them from day 1 to day 21 or day 60, whatever they're doing, and really help them get a transformation that they were looking for. So we have Summit coming up July, 14th, 15th? I don't know, something. I'll be there. I got a plane ticket. So I'm excited to be in Nashville with some of our team. We are going to party it up. We're going to learn, and we're going to have so much fun. And I hope to see most of you guys there next year at our annual summit. Super Saturday is July 26th, I think. I think it's the 26th, 25th or 26th. It's that Saturday or Sunday, depending on your location. So there should be a Super Saturday near you in a large city, Raleigh or Charlotte or whatever. There's always a Super Saturday nearby. Our DC region, we host a huge one, and we have some phenomenal speakers that will be coming to that. So if you're in the DC region, make sure you have registered for Super Saturday. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, talk to the coach who brought you on the team, and they can explain it. So we got a peanut gallery over there. That was my husband. All right. So let's see here. I get everybody on. I am so excited to introduce our guest speaker tonight. I'm sorry, I'm like coughing it up. Erin, I met Erin through Summer. She is like Summer's glue. She really helps Team Courage function properly. She helps Summer be this. I'm telling you, success is not something that you can do alone. And Erin is a big partnership with Summer Tucker. But not only separate her from Summer, she's a Star Diamond qualifying coach. So she's rocking her own business along with helping a going to be 15 Star Diamond tomorrow coach. So she's amazing. She's got skills, like serious skills. that I don't have. So I'm excited for her to share with you some of the things that has been helpful for her and her business, maybe a little bit about her journey and some takeaways. So make sure you have some pen and paper, you Emerald note takers, and and get ready to learn something that will be really beneficial for your business, for the organization of your business, and just how Erin structures her day, along with maybe even some of what she does for summer to help summer be so successful. So we love you, Erin. We're excited to hear what you have to say, and you have the floor.
Hi guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here. It's an honor to speak on your call. I met Gentana, it was over a year and a half ago, I think, right? Yeah. And she's amazing. You guys are so lucky to have her. So I just talking about a little bit how I plan my day. You guys have I'll just come out and say, do you guys have a planner or anything like that? How you plan your day? Get very, you need to be intentional with your time. I'm a wife, a mom of 3, I have an 11, an 8, and a 5-year-old son. And they're very, very active. So I need to make sure that I have everything kind of planned out, even by the times. So I know you guys there's not a lot of emeralds on here. That's what I've been told.
We have a few emeralds. Raise your hand for an emerald personality.
Oh, good. Yay.
Yeah, I drive them crazy. So I have 0 organization.
Libby's all yeah.
Libby, you're in the dark, hun.
Come to the light, Libby. Okay, so I get up early and I work a little bit on my business, get my must-tos done out of the way. My inviting, my follow-up, checking in with my groups. And then I work out with my husband, and then it's kids' time. And then I sit down and I go to what I call it's my full-time job. I'm Summer's right-hand man. So there's a long list of things that I go through every day with her. But I don't know if you guys we're big fans of the planner pad. Maybe you guys have the planner pad.
Okay, so I've had the planner pad for, 2 years? And I've used it for 2 weeks.
Oh.
So bad at it. So please enlighten me. Tell me.
Okay. This is how I like to prioritize my time by, I want to take care of me first. So, taking care of me are making sure I get my workout in, or I meal plan, or my personal development and my devotional, down to, fun stuff, getting my nails done, getting my hair done, or girls' night. And then I like to, my second column is like my family time, kids' sports, church, my husband, date night. I even plan date night. It gets down to the time and everything with that. And then my full-time job, which is summer. And then my other 2, we call them buckets, are my Beachbody personal and then my Beachbody organization. So that's how I'm going to divvy up my time. I have like five buckets, or as you would call them, and I'll just kind of show you. Like, I have my me time, my family time, my summer time, and then Beachbody personal and Beachbody organization. So every week I go through and I want to write down everything that I need to do for each place. Under me is my PD, my devotional, my workout, my meal plan. I go to the doctor. I want to get my nails done, things like that. And then so every week, and you want to do it like Sunday night, just everything that you need to do for the week. And then the night before, so like today, Wednesday, tonight I'll sit down, I'll do everything what I need to do tomorrow, which Thursday is rank day. So you want to I'll get up and I'll check rank, and I do leads that day and everything like that. But
that was my question. Do you sit down on Sunday night and literally like we call it what, brain dumping?
Brain dump, yeah.
Brain dump everything that you have to do that week and then categorize it?
Yeah, it's just so I can stay like scheduled and organized with my time. And the biggest thing is, guys, just like be totally intentional with your time. You know, you allotted 2 hours, you know, to work on your business from 9 to 11, say, you know, get it done, get your must-dos done out of the way. You know, tomorrow morning, my daughter has tennis, so I need to rearrange some things. Like normally I would have sat down to work on summer stuff. But since, you know, my family comes before that, so I need to rearrange sometimes. So, but the biggest thing is just be intentional. And it's really, really helped me when the night before I'll write down everything that I need to do the next day. So I'm not wasting time trying to figure out what I need to do for the day. And then I don't know if you guys have ever read Eat That Frog. It's a really good book by Brian Tracy. Teaches you how to like prioritize. So your big frog is going to be your big thing that you know you have to get done, but you just don't want to do it. It could be housework. It could be inviting it. Anything like that, you put a 1 by it, and you want to get that done first, done out of the way. You don't have to worry about it. You know, you go through your list and you know, what would be my next biggest frog? That gets a 2, and you just work your way. And you get it into a system, and I probably just scared you all away with the system word, but that's just, you know, how I go through and how I kind of plan my day. Is there any?
Do you ever find yourself getting overwhelmed with like your list of things and mixing it with your family and your house? And
Yeah, absolutely, because even though I'm taught, and it's kind of ingrained in my head by summer, do not have this with you all the time, your phone. But as you can see, it was boom right here next to me, and you know, that's why you need to be that intentional when you have that scheduled time to work on your stuff, even if and then you're playing with your kids or you have date night and your phone goes off. You know, you've had that time allowed, or you will have that time allowed. So, you know, like my phone just went off right now. So, but I know that I have time later on tonight that I've allowed to get work done. So I don't feel guilty like having to pick it up right then and there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So in terms of like your own personal business with Beachbody, how do you structure your day in terms of like inviting personal development, your workout, creating challenge groups, follow-ups? Like how does that all mesh into your week?
Well, I write it, I brain dump, you know, and then during the week, I'll pick which day I want to work on it. And it's all going to depend on, you know, how busy I am that particular day for other things. Like Fridays, I usually have more time per se to work on my business. So there's a lot of things that I get done on Friday. But I get up 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. First thing I do is my personal development and my devotional, and then I do my must-dos. And my big hairy frog still is inviting, so I get those done and out of the way first thing in the morning, so I know it's done. I don't have to worry about it. And then I work out with my husband at 6. Now, is there people that maybe message me back during my workout? Absolutely. But I know that either the half hour after my workout or later on that evening, I have scheduled the time to go back to my business and work on it.
So you mean you don't like sit by your phone and wait for that person to respond, and if they respond, you respond back immediately?
No, I don't. I used to, not gonna lie, I totally was like that. I'd be in the middle of the grocery store and I'd get a response back, and I'd stop and sit there and type a response back. But then, as my team grew and my challengers became my coaches, I didn't want to teach my coaches that. That wasn't something that was fun. You want it to be simple. You want your business to be fun and simple and duplicatable. And as challengers, if I knew even if I was like getting back to them right away, once they, as they became coaches, they're still going to expect that from me. And then they're going to think, that they have to do that. And it just kind of needed to cut the cord at some point, Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So does anybody have any questions that they wanted to ask Erin? I know we got some emerald personalities. It's so funny. Like I thought, I'm not gonna call anybody out, but there's people who. All right, here's a question for you. There's so many people that love lists and they love calendars and they get all excited about it. But then when it comes down to the nitty gritty of like hustle and the work you got to do, they're not so into that part of it. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of Emerald personality's struggles, for at least from what I've heard from a lot of friends, and Olivia said it herself, is that she will find every learning tool and she'll find every list possible, and then she'll sit there and have these pretty little lists and, not actually her, but a lot of Emeralds struggle with doing the work. And you said eat that frog. Your eat that frog is inviting. And that's like, if you're not inviting people to your challenge groups, you're not really a coach. You're not doing anything. You're not coaching anybody. You're not getting new challengers in and helping them with their transformations. So what would you say to that person who's like, oh my gosh, I gotta have all my papers together and all my stuff, and I'm gonna sit down with my pen. I've printed this out January 1st and I've filled out January and that's it. But I still hit SC20. I do the work. I get in. I invite. I talk and I follow up. What would you say for that personality that feels like they got to have it all together?
That have it all together, that just don't have that motivation to do it?
It's probably more of a fear to do it, but
it all comes down to, you got to think about your vision. What do you want out of your business? Make sure it's in your face every day. On the top of my planner is my vision. It's in my face every day.
Sorry.
It's everybody inviting is what you have to do to grow your business. Point blank. If nobody, you can work out and drink your shake and do your PD, the other vital behaviors, post on Facebook, everything else. But if you're not letting people know what you do, they're not gonna. How do they know how you can help them? Right.
Absolutely. So does anybody have the planner pad? No? Does anybody have anything they use they found beneficial? Or what do they use to keep themselves organized? Come on, you organized people.
I do. I use Evernote.
Evernote, okay.
I think it's a godsend. A lot of people don't like it at all, but for me, it works very well because I can put every script, every link, every picture, every post I have planned for the entire week, the whole thing up. And a lot of people prefer not to use it, but for me, it works because I go in and my day's right there. Planner pads don't work for me at all because I can make them really pretty, but I don't do anything with them. So then I have a pretty planner pad that I don't do anything with. So that's what works for me. I had a question, though, for her. I was wondering, do you send all of your invites out at the first of the month, or do you send them out weekly or every day?
I've tried both. To me, it just feels more, I want to use the word capable, but easier if I just do like a couple a day. Or, if I go on my list and maybe I saw somebody post on Facebook about something they're struggling with or something that I want to reach out to them with, I'll message them, like that day, even though I hadn't really planned on it yet. But I do about sometimes I do 2 a day, sometimes I do 3, sometimes I do 5. I know a lot of people like to do the mass inviting at the beginning of the month. It didn't feel right, I guess you would say, for how I like to invite, and everybody has their own different inviting styles. So you just have to find what works for you. I know Libby ran with it and loves it. There's a couple of the girls on our team that tried it and they love it, and they tried it and they didn't love it. So you just have to find what works best for you. Like if it's easier for you to find time to get that inviting all done one time, you just sit down and get it all done out of the way. You want to invite 50 people that month and do it all at one time, then do it, but you just got to make sure you're doing it.
Yeah. I found that I'd probably be overwhelmed if I invited 50 people, because then I would have 38 questions, typically coming back at me. And when I was a new coach, what I would, besides the crazy first week of sending out mad invites because I was psycho, we started doing, I know when Team Epic was a baby team, we would do like a 5 invite challenge, and we would just each day and challenge each other. There was like 5 of us in Team Epic. It wasn't a lot. It was like Stephanie and a few of us. And we would say, okay, let's do a 5 invite challenge. Let's invite 5 people. And I want you to list the names of the people you invited. And just doing that 3, 4, 5 days a week was really helpful. And as we all know, those things don't it's just seeds planted. They're not invites as in invite yes or no. It's just seed plan.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't know how long one's going to take to grow opposed to the other.
Yeah. I wanted to say too, when I first started to really realize that I needed to become a little bit more structured with my day, I did not have the planner pad. I actually found a Google image of just like a time scheduler. It was just like a table, and all it was just like the time and then a block. And I would actually print them off and take them and cut them into 4. So it was like, 9, 9:15, 9:30, 9:45. And I mean, it can be just as simple as that, but just that peace of mind knowing that, okay, I know I'm going to have time later on tonight that I'll be able to respond or send out my challenge group flyers or make a post on Facebook. I don't know how many of you guys are moms, but every kids like to throw monkey wrenches into schedules. So I'd always allow extra time that if something were to happen, or if I got behind because somebody needed a Band-Aid, or now I need, go play Legos for a minute because he really wanted to play Legos. So make sure, you leave in those spaces too for monkey wrenches, just to be that structured.
Absolutely.
I have a question.
Okay.
So if Erin, if you say you didn't have the planner pad and you wanted to start being intentional with your time tomorrow, I mean, what would you say is the most important, for those sapphires out there that are like gritting their teeth at a spreadsheet? What would you say is the most important thing? What could they do tomorrow?
Just grab a piece of paper and just write down everything that you're going to have to do tomorrow. I sometimes I still do that, you know. If I'm already in bed, or if I'm just standing in the kitchen and, you know, I'm like, I need to make my list for tomorrow. I'll just grab a sheet of paper and just write down what I need to get done. It doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter how you execute it as long as you're doing it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Who else is organized? Who raised their hand and said, oh, Annette, tell us, what do you use? You're really, how are you organized?
I'm being kind of sarcastic, but I do have lists. But I'll have to be honest, like if I can't live my life by like 8 o'clock, I'm doing this. 9 I do that for work, for my real job, because I have to, because I have so many calls. But with Beachbody, it's honestly like I have the same routine. Like every morning I wake up and I do my challenge posts and I check in and I respond to messages. Like I'm still laying in bed, like half eyes open, but that's regimental for me though. I have to do that before I even get out of bed.
Yeah. If that works for you.
Yeah, and but then as the day goes on, I mean, I'm very sales driven, and I come from a very competitive market where I kind of feel that, you know, ours is a little competitive too, because I feel that if I didn't answer somebody in, you know, 30 minutes or an hour, if they're wanting to buy a challenge pack or something, if they're like me, I'd get antsy and I'd start like Googling on Amazon or trying to figure out how I can buy this 21-day thing. So I'm a little different. I mean, at dinner, I do put my phone away, but I will check it periodically. But I am still that person in the grocery store that like, oh my God, they want to buy a challenge pack. I'm pushing the buggy, got the baby in there screaming, and I'm like trying to respond back. And I even do that with my customers when they have questions about things, because that's just my personality though. It doesn't bother me to multitask, but but I do, like, in every Saturday morning I drink my coffee, and that's when I get like the most productive part of my week. Like I plan my team calls Saturday mornings. I do, you know, any administrative work that I have to do that's going to be time consuming. Like I literally plop down in the kitchen and I knock it out. So that's very routine for me, but everything else is like, and at the nighttime, like see, because I'm working full time during the day, so I really can't block off so much time. But definitely in the evening hours, usually that prime time between like 7 and 9, I am, you know, answering or doing invites, trying to, you know, do whatever I can during that time. But everything else is kind of sporadic. But I mean, I am a little organized because I always get my invites out, but I might just do it a little unique as far as what time works best for me on that day. But it usually is always morning and night, and then I'll answer questions throughout the day. And then Saturday usually is always like my office time where I'm the most productive and like thinking of what my next challenge group's going to be, and, you know, talking with the person that helps me get all my posts together. Like she'll get like 30 messages from me on like a Saturday, not needing them all then, but that's my process, how I work.
I don't know if Jantana's talked about Summers taught us, you know, we have mom cracks, you know, what we call them. You can fill in your mom cracks with a little bit of you know, and, you know, if you have a second or something, pick up your phone and answer messages. You just, your business can trickle into the rest of your life, and it doesn't become overwhelming that way.
Oh, absolutely. I find myself doing that all day. But
how many of you have sold a challenge pack sitting on the toilet?
I'm sure I have. I mean, that's the beauty of this business, is we can make money sitting on the toilet.
Tana just has a new slogan.
With our mom crack.
Yeah.
Sorry. I had to go there.
I mean, and that's like the beauty part of this business too, you know, that, you know, you have a little bit of time and you can go ahead and do that.
Exactly.
But this is, I mean, if you're feeling overwhelmed and you just don't know how to fit everything in, having more of a structured plan, or at least knowing what you need to do the next day, really takes a lot of that weight off your shoulders. You feel energized and you wake up excited to start your day.
Hey, Erin, I have a question. How long do you spend on Sunday planning out your week? And then when you say you plan the night before, how long does that take you? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a half hour?
Oh gosh, probably Sunday. No more than 20 minutes. And then the night before, probably 5. Shouldn't be, not that long at all.
Josh and I keep saying we're going to do that, and then we never do. We talk, we chirp. What's it called? Quack, quack, quack.
Even scheduling in date night, that's important to do. And, having it on that schedule, number one, it's something that I look forward to. So, as the week goes on, I know that date night's coming up. It gets me more excited, and kind of feel like you have to do it because stuff comes up, and sometimes that stuff kind of gets pushed to the side, but it's, so important to make sure that you get that time.
You schedule that timing. So a lot of times your week's just going to go by and it's going to pass, and then you're consumed with your kids, you're consumed with Beachbody, you're consumed with your full-time job and your marriage, your date night, all that stuff kind of gets put to the side because it's there, it's constant, it's not going anywhere, but you got to make sure you're making time for it, just like all the other things that we're talking about. So make that a party. I love what you're saying that, and Summer tends to preach that a lot too. So in your transition, just to move over to how you help her, Summer, how have you seen, and I'm curious myself because I'm in that, we have all stages here on this call. We have brand new coaches, Emerald, we don't need rubies, diamonds, star diamonds, multiple star diamonds.
Wow.
What does it look like and those different transitions and phases, for at least from what you've observed with Summer, from going from, constantly being attached to your phone because you got to milk every Success Club point you get, to you're trying to manage a team. She's on the far spectrum of 15-star, manage a team, literally managing a company, making $15,000 a week or whatever she said. What does that look like? What does that different stages and transitions look like for her in terms of her time and inviting and challenge groups and all of that?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know how Summer is really, really big on balance, which is probably why I just taught you the whole bucket thing, buckets and balance. And she has her priorities, and as your team grows, there are more things that you want to do for them, and you have that ability to have a team of assistants that can help you. It's delegating, even down to I delegate. My daughter closes out my challenge groups. I know another coach of ours, her son closes out her challenge groups because that's a really time sucker, tedious thing to remove everybody and close it down. She pays him $1 a group, and it's either, you guys kind of have to learn what, I think the biggest part of the transition was for her was when when you start to add so much to your plate, and you can think, okay, can somebody else do this exact same thing that I'm doing? Can somebody else do it? And that's when you can kind of transition to, okay, I guess, I can need some help. Just like I know my daughter can close out my challenge groups. I'll go ahead and have her do that. Is that
No, absolutely. And that's one of the things I've learned where I'm at now, and you guys are all on that path. You know, even Annette, she has outsourced all of her visual stuff. Everything you see her do, cover photos and promotional photos, she's hired somebody to do that. Libby, I had to hire her because I'm like a hot mess. She keeps me structured and organized. So if you're thinking now, how am I going to continue to be creative and make these amazing pictures and keep up with all my coaches and run training groups? I'm just going to stick in the Epic Empire and just milk it for what it's worth and just stay there forever. That's actually not what's going to happen. You will have some relief. And when you start making an income where you can support delegating, you will hire an assistant. You will hire, I mean, Summer has somebody who does all of her invites, all of her social media posts. She has, these are different people. And then she has Erin, who does all the administrative stuff. I mean, you think of bringing, I don't even know how many coaches you bring in a summit, but you've got a ton of stuff going on with the training that we're going to be doing on that Thursday. So eventually, as your business grows and you start finding that your time has become so spread out, like Erin said, you're going to find those points in your business where you're like, I don't have to do that. Somebody else can do that, and maybe even somebody else can do it better than I do it. Like Annette says, I suck at making pictures. Pick monkey. But Christina, she's, I don't know if you wanted me to say her name, sorry. And that's like mine. She has somebody who does it for her, and it frees up her time because she's working full time. She's the mom, she's a wife, and she's a Star Diamond coach, so she's got a lot on her plate. So keep that in your mind. If you start feeling overwhelmed, that your business is going to grow, you're going to start gaining coaches, you're going to start building a team of your own that you're going to be leading, and definitely look in your downline and see people who can come alongside you and help you with their talents that they have.
Yeah. Even down to even housework, you know, somebody can fold your clothes or do your laundry or, you know, come in and vacuum, you know, that frees up time for you to work on your business. Just to delegate those things out too.
And that was one of the first things that I did when that I said I was going to do. Dude, if I could make at least $95 every 2 weeks to pay for a cleaner, I'd work Beachbody just so somebody come clean my house. Because I hate cleaning my house. It's not something I enjoy doing. It's not. I would rather be playing with my kids at the park than cleaning my house.
Exactly.
So,
sending out in, you know, working with your team, things like that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I remember Summer, when she first started, that was like one of the first things that she outsourced to. She wasn't making a lot of money, and the money she was making was paying for that, but it freed up the time for her to either work on her business or be with her kids. And it's just that consistency and that compound effect keeps growing and growing, and now look where she's at.
Crazy. You'll be 15 star tomorrow. That's so exciting. It's got to be exciting for you too, Erin. You know that you kind of are a part of that.
I don't even see I get so.
I don't know if it's. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow because I texted her about it.
Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah. Because Megan went last week.
Yeah, and Jeremy posted on her wall about it.
Yeah.
So. But anyways, so how many people are going to be at the training in Nashville?
Hey.
And Kelly had to jump off the call because she's on a call with Summer. Because Kelly will be on stage at Summit for one of our panels that we're doing. So she has a great story to tell us, like a comeback kid, because Kelly quit coaching and she came back and she's going to be 3-star diamond tomorrow.
Wow.
So we're very excited to hear, her input and how you can leave the business kind of frustrated and like, it's not for me, and then come back and totally kill it. The girl's going to pass me one day. I know it. But so excited to have you guys there live, and I'm hoping Summer videotapes it so that we can share it with our team.
I think she has a professional videographer that's going to be filming it, and I don't know if you saw the picture of the room today.
I did.
Oh.
If I don't intentionally go into a group, I don't see it because I'm trying really hard not to pay attention to notifications and stuff.
Big, huge screens and a nice stage, and it's gonna be awesome. And everybody will be projected onto the screens and everything. It's gonna be.
Oh, that's.
And the content of the training it's just amazing. It's the panels that you get to hear, and I can't wait to hear Tana speak, and
I'm excited.
You just got to get there. You got to get your team there. If they're going to, there's some people that are just driving that aren't going to Summit, but they're going to the training. They can't make it to the full Summit, but they're driving down or flying in just for the morning training.
Oh, for Summer's training. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, it's coming on 9:45. So does anybody have any last questions before we jump off the call tonight? Stephanie?
No
you're like an emerald guru.
You worry about what?
I'm sorry, I've got a child that's distracting me. What did you ask me? Emerald what?
No. I just didn't know if you had any questions because you and Erin have similar personalities.
No, I don't have any questions. I've been taking notes, but I'm a scheduler. I schedule everything, but I schedule it in my Google Calendar because my phone is with me all the time. But I know how to put my phone down. I don't know how to walk away from it, but I like my life scheduled, but I can't do it to the minute. I'm kind of like Annette in that way. I'm weird though. I'm an emerald, but I'm a weird emerald. I'm not the typical emerald.
You're weird, emerald.
My own ways of doing things that don't always work. Sometimes it works, and I'm just ready for Summit. My mind is in shutdown mode right now, and I'm just ready for Summit just to get a recharge because I need it bad.
Yeah. And that's the nice thing about Summit is you come off of it and you're on a huge high, you know what I mean? And you have to take that momentum that you get from Summit and really let it carry you through because we all know November, December is rough for everybody, even top coaches. So really embrace it. And I think they're going to have some amazing product announcements. I think we have some new programs coming out. They've been hinting at it, so we'll see about that. And that will be helpful for your business. But
yeah, you have to find what just works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, just because this works for me doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. But I knew I was going to be on the call tonight, so I blocked off that time. It's just kind of like the biggest thing.
Yep. Well, then I'm going to challenge myself to find my planner pad because it's in a pile somewhere. No idea where it is. Josh and I have been talking about it for 2 years now, using it. Thankfully, it's not a dated one because you can use any dates, but and so I challenge everybody else to find a list, even if it's a business activity tracker or if you are, some of you guys are pushing for Premier, or is that what it's called? Premier, Elite, Premier. Track your stuff, track your points, track your coaches. How many of your coaches are in Success Club? Help, reach out to them and talk to them about where they're at. Are they inviting daily? And if they are inviting, what do they see as their roadblock of what's stopping them from actually gaining the trust of a challenger to join a challenge group? And don't just focus, because I say this because we all have coaches, and most of the people here have coaches in their downline. So you can't just focus on your own business. You got to take that time to really talk one-on-one with your coaches and be like, all right, where are you at? How many invites have you sent? Oh, you sent 5. How many people responded back? What did it look like? What did they say? What did they not say? Or what were their objections? Let's see how you handled the objections. How can we tweak it a little bit so it'll be better next time? You have to start mentoring your coaches to be able to go through the exact same thing that you went through. And my learning curve was awful. I had to learn from scratch of nothing. And you guys have so much resources that Summer's passed down to us, and that the rest of the network offers on YouTube. So make sure you're pulling that into your coaches, but make it intentional. Like Erin said, that your time is intentional, and that you block it off, and that you have a plan or a calendar or something that works for you, because everybody's different, right? So y'all have
obviously you guys are here. I just wanted to, you guys are here on the call. You want to learn, you want to grow. And all I could say is starting now, getting into those habits when you get bigger and your team is growing, and it's going to be worth it.
Absolutely.
When you
learn from me. Don't be like the spaghetti person. That's
just think if you have 2 or 5 coaches. Yeah.
Start now. While you have one coach, start good habits. Carla, you have one coach right now. So you're going to start good habits that you just signed today, of what is your going to be routine with your new coach? How are you going to handle it? When are you going to talk to her? What is going to be your schedule with talking to her? And then your follow-ups and your invites and things like that. You guys all have to have some sort of plan. If not, the month goes by, your coaches fall away because they're not seeing any success from the business. You have to have a plan, and that's kind of what we talked about tonight. I have a little kid coming downstairs.
I hope I added, answered questions and added value, and I appreciate you guys allowing me to be here tonight.
We appreciate you. And thank you for everything you do, because even though you don't realize it, what you do with Summer partnered up with her has affected our team, and it's helped our team grow. So thank you so much.
Aww.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.
See you guys at the training.
All right. Bye, hun.
Thank you.